5-4 Kings host the 5-5 Cavs. Uh-oh, Donovan Mitchell? First quarter, not really. It was the bigs as Jarrett Allen showed out in a big way, making the early offensive board and a slam. Then later on, one offensive board, not enough. Two offensive boards before putting it in. At 20-8 Cavs, it's a nice feed from Huerter to Barnes for an inside bucket. But in the second quarter, we all knew where this game was going. Pass to Kevin Love, who drains a three ball. And then it's C.D. Osman from deep as well, and the Cavs were rolling. Nice pass from Davis to Huerter off the inbound for a pretty take to cut the deficit under 20. But Neto inside to Mobley, who had a big night as well. And the Kings go into the third quarter down bad. The only saving grace was De'Aaron Fox with a lovely slam here as part of a 37-point night. This one eventually ends up in the hands of Keegan Murray for a shot from downtown. Harrison Barnes would then add a long ball of his own, and just when the Kings were starting to put it together, Kevin Love drains one from beyond the arc. Assist of the day here, though, as a pass in traffic to Davis for a heck of a slam, and into the fourth quarter at 92-61 Cavs. Neto from three made it 99-71, and this would be De'Aaron Fox's final bucket of the game in an 83-117 loss to the Cavaliers at home. As I said, the bigs, not Donovan Mitchell, were the stars for Cleveland. Jarrett Allen had 32 points, 20 boards, and Evan Mobley had 25 and 10. With 3 blocks. While for the Kings, no one showed up as the Robin to Fox's Batman. Rashawn Holmes was the only other King in double-digit scoring. The Kings then went into LA for a 97-127 beatdown at the hands of the Lakers behind LeBron James' 41 points, 9 boards, 9 assists. AD added 15 points, 8 boards, and 2 blocks. For the Kings, Keegan Murray led the scoring with 17 and added 7 boards, while Domantas Sabonis had his usual double-double again with 14 and 10. After that, it was back home with a loss to the Warriors, 108-131. Keegan Murray showed out again with 24 points, and Fox played that facilitator role with 14 points, 10 assists, but that was not enough to overcome Steph Curry's 35 points, 10 assists, and Jordan Poole's 25 points as the Robin. After a 3-game losing streak, the Nets come into Sacramento and took the L. The Kings win 129-125 behind Davis's 23 points and Fox's 22, while they held Kevin Durant to just 21 and Kyrie Irving to 20 to get the Kings to 6-7 on the season. 6-7 Kings hosted the 4-11 Spurs at the Golden One Center, and this one was back and forth all day. Keldon Johnson from deep gave the Spurs a 5-point lead, and then it was De'Aaron Fox with a pretty take to the rack, and then a shot from behind the arc to tie it. Later at 13-all, it's Johnson again, nice take, and after that, he hits this mid-ranger as he had 9 early on. Fox missed a 3, but Sabonis with the board and the feed to Harrison Barnes. Keldon Johnson then takes it from Podol and rains in a 3. Didn't want too many first quarter clips, but man, these shots here again, it's Fox, a 3-ball. And in the second quarter, it's Huerter off the screen for a 3-ball, and then it's Fox who finds room to hit another one of his own. 9-point Kings lead. Josh Richardson had some quality minutes in this one as he gets that one to go for his 12th point of the game. And then near the end of the quarter, Fox feeds to Holmes for the slam as the Kings led by 7 at the half. In the third, around the horn to Keegan Murray, and the rookie hits another 3. Sabonis hands it to Fox, who then stops and pops for the bucket, and an 11-point King lead. But the Spurs made it a game later as Devin Vassell hits the last shot of the quarter to put it back to a 7-point game again into the fourth quarter. Podol finds Keldon Johnson from deep to make it a 6-point game, and it stood that way for a while until Huerter finds Murray in the corner for 3. He loves it there. Then Fox draws all the coverage, finds a wide-open Keegan Murray, who can't hit from deep that time, but look at this board and shot from Kevin Huerter. The Spurs later were within 9, but they could not get the board off this Keegan Murray missed 3 again, and Sabonis just overpowered them down low. Spurs got it to 5 at one point, but all the fouls and free throws had the game end 105-96 in favor of our Kings behind Fox and his 46 points. Sabonis did a lot of work down low with 15 points, 19 boards, and 5 assists. Keldon Johnson was scary today with 26 points and 9 assists. And Podol's post-game was big with 24 points, 12 boards, but it just wasn't enough as the Kings will improve to 7-7, go to 500, and send the Spurs down to 4-12. Final game of the homestand didn't go well as the Pistons come in and get a 33-point win, 127-94, with Jaden Ivey going for 35 points, 5 assists, and Bogdan Bogdanovic going for 26 points to get them to 9-9. Sabonis and Keegan Murray both had double-doubles with 19 and 16 and 18 and 10 respectively, but it wasn't enough. As it seems like every time Fox doesn't go for a lot of points, we just don't really have much of a shot to win. So some small trades were then made, as I just didn't want to break up the chemistry that the team currently has at times with any huge moves just yet. You have some bench players like Trey Lyles not playing at all in the rotation, so why not get a future first-round pick, our pick no less, from the Hawks? And then Matthew Dellavedova, also expendable. We'll get a 2027 second-rounder for him, which is good because I didn't think he was worth an empty ketchup bottle. Then we moved Alex Len and a 2023 second-rounder to New Orleans for Garrett Temple and a 2026 first-round pick swap between the Bucks and the Pelicans. Finally, Chimezie Metu is a guy I didn't really want to give away, but for a 2023 second and him to the Knicks for Ryan Arcidiacono and the Mavs top 10 projected 2023 first-rounder. That's a this-year first. Trust me, they won't have a top 10 pick, but it's another first for us, and we'll take that. After all those trades, we signed Ignas Brazakis for 3 years as a young guy with some potential to grow as maybe a rotational player or just a trade piece for the future. The road trip begins in Memphis against the Grizzlies with no Ja Morant in their lineup. Could the Kings take advantage? First quarter, Sabonis exerting his will in the post over Steven Adams early with the first bucket, and later posting up on Adams again, but the dish to Fox for 3, it's good. Ball movement was the key early as Sabonis hands to Fox for the step-back mid-ranger, and the Kings go up 7. Late in the quarter, the ball finds Danny Green for the Grizz' first 3 of the game. Kings led by 5 into the second. Who left the Aaron Fox this wide open? Easy 3. The Grizz went on a bit of a run after that, and this posting and toasting from Jaren Jackson Jr. cut the King lead to just 2. Back and forth for a bit, but in transition, it's Dylan Brooks who gives Memphis a lead. Late in the quarter, inside to Brandon Clark, and the Grizzlies took a 6-point lead into the half. Kings in transition. Herter finds Sabonis for the emphatic slam. And then it's the transition game again. What a pass from Fox to Herter for the tie ball game. Memphis opened up a 5-point lead later, but Malik Monk sighting nails a 3-ball to get it within 2. Then Xavier Tillman just went beast mode. He made 1 offensive board and put back, and then later on, did it again for the 5-point lead before John Conchar did some work in the post for the last bucket of the quarter to get the Grizz lead to 7 into the 4th. Memphis led by 5-7 all quarter until this foul on Fox led to 2 made free throws, and then transition game. Good cut by Herter. Great feed by Fox for the dunk of the 1-point game. Memphis was on a bit of a drought scoring, but it's stopped by Desmond Bane just going around everyone for the slam dunk. Under 2 to play, down 4. Fox stops and pops, but he misses, but Sabonis is right there for the board and the putback. Then in goes Fox again on the take off the glass, and we have a tie ball game. Kings defense is embarrassed by Dylan Brooks, who goes for the easy lay-in and the lead, but on the other end, what a stop and pop from De'Aaron Fox to tie it again. Transition feed inside to Keegan Murray for the dunk, and then the dish down low to Steven Adams ties the ball game again, and we head to overtime. A feed to Desmond Bane on the wing for the wide-open 3 had the Grizzlies with the advantage throughout until late. Fox to Harrison Barnes for 3. Bang! Tie ball game with 7.7 to go. Steven Adams inbounds. Dylan Brooks, he missed the mid-range shot, but it was Steven Adams right there for the putback. And De'Aaron Fox could only hoist 1 full court. No good. Grizzlies win it in overtime, 108-106, even without Ja Morant. They do it behind Desmond Bane's 19.7 boards and Steven Adams' 16 points, 13 boards. De'Aaron Fox puts down 47 points, 8 assists. And Sabonis with 18 points, 12 boards in this loss, sending the Kings to 7-9 on the year. The road trip continued in Atlanta the next night with an 89-108 loss to Trae Young and his 33.6 boards, 10 assists. Clint Capella had a double-double as well with 12 points, 14 boards. For the Kings, Keegan Murray had 18 points, 6 rebounds, and Sabonis with a 17-17 game. But our Kings fall to 7-10 as the Hawks ascend to 500 at 9-9. Next up, we'll be continuing that road trip in Boston against the Celtics, who are 11-7 and coming off of a loss at home to the Mavs where Luka Doncic dropped 50 on them. Power rankings aren't super recent, but when we were 7-8, they had our Kings at number 22. It's been a surprising start to the season with the Blazers, Nuggets, Grizzlies, Lakers, and our Kings fighting for spots in that play-in, as well as the Rockets and the Thunder not too far behind. The most surprising is the Suns at just 5-12. The East has its own little surprises with the Bulls, Cavs, Knicks in the mix at the top with the Sixers and the Celtics, while Giannis and his Bucks are fighting to just not be a play-in team. But it's early, and I'd like to see your predictions in the comments below for this season. Early championship contenders, all that. Next episode, we will see games against the Celtics, Bucks, and Knicks. All road games, and we will have box scores for games against the Suns, Pacers, Clippers, Bulls, Cavs, Sixers, and Raptors. Hope you're looking forward to that. Thank you for your support. Keep dropping those likes as well as sharing the content, telling everybody you know that would like it about it. And special thank you to all of the channel members keeping the dream alive, especially franchise QBs TKling24, Christian Horn, Colby Gaynor, and Just Incredible, those 2 new members, as well as our only general manager, Matthew Hackett. I love you all, FG fam. You have a good one.